not giving me a shot at them Joes. They won't know what hit 'em.
Hi, this is Mike from Junkion Crafts and Builds, and today we're going to continue with our action figure reviews here in the fourth quarter of 2022. And today we're going to be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified series, Zarana. Now I have to get a special shout out to a friend of the channel, T-Man978. You can see his channel. He was able to hook me up with getting a copy of this figure early. So thank you, T-Man, for that. And let's just go ahead and get right into it. So right out the front of the box is one of the few remaining figures I'm sure we're going to get with a clear plastic front, as Hasbro is going to a more environmentally friendly and closed box thing. But yeah, you can see everything we got laid out here. Box art's really cool, kind of a neat little, to me it's like a Japanese manga style. Move on to the side here, and you see continuation with her holding some of her weapons. You know, the same stock photo in the back here, and she is number 48 for those that care about the numbers, and those are those stats which really don't matter. So let's just move right along and let's get the figure out and let's look at accessories. So out of the packaging, here is Zarana's weapons. And after reviewing Dr. Mindbender and Serpentor, it's kind of nice to have a smaller set of accessories to go through. So we'll start with her backpack. It's brown plastic, nicely detailed, no paint though. So maybe a dry brush across this would help bring out some of these details. It has a compartment in the top here that will work to store her heated modified blade. As you can see here, it's kind of got a little trigger, and assume this is like a battery heat pack, which is heating up this entire blade. So you see a nice transition from black to red, and that will stick right in here on the top of her backpack. I would just be careful when putting this in and out so you don't scratch the red part of the paint. Next we go to her shotgun with a modified saw blade on front. Again, black plastic, only accent is on the blade. We have a spot here for the clip, and that just plugs right in. So again, really nice, kind of an homage to her original toy weapon. We have a stiletto blade. Again, nice enough detailed on the hilt. Silver paint. Mine's just a little bent, so I have to heat that up. And the final accessory is a alternate hairpiece. Now this is styled more into, again, the 1986 toy model. So you can see it's kind of fuller on the sides, and it has this pullover on the top, and it's all single color, which is like this pinkish shade here. And once we get to the figure, we'll show how to swap this out. But that's everything she comes with, so let's go ahead and look at the figure. And here she is. And I have to compliment the Hasbro design team on an amazing design and sculpt. She is just awesome. So a bit of a bio of her. She's obviously a dreadnought. She's the sister to Zartan. Her first appearance in the Marvel Comics was issue 50, which came out in August of '86. She's a professional assassin with her primary specialty in infiltration and her secondary specialty in espionage. She's an expert in small arms, explosives, and edged weapons. She is also considered a master of disguise like her brother Zartan, but where he did a lot of makeup and more like sleight of hand to get to disguise himself, Zarana is what is called a method actress, which means she totally engulfs herself in the role she's trying to portray. So that could mean anything from adopting perfect mannerisms, accent, professions. You know, she totally goes into that character. Like I said, she's the sister for Zartan, and she's also the older twin between her and Xandar, another dreadnought who we haven't gotten yet, but hopefully Hasbro will provide to us here soon. She could have had a very successful career as an actress, but her problem is she's smart and ambitious, but she's also very short-tempered and greedy based on her 86 bio, written by the great Larry Hama.
Sergeant Carol Weidler, computer specialist, reporting for duty. My orders? The name's Zarana, not Carol.
Wait a minute.
So, now let's get into the aesthetics. And like I said, the Hasbro knocked it out of the park with her. So let's get in close on her face, just so you can see the level of detail and just great sculpt and paint on her. You know, all the details down to her eyes, her lips, the kind of grimace smile. She has these small earrings painted on. I mean, you can't ask for more right now. Again, this is the stock hair that she came with, which is kind of like an orangish yellow fading into a light pink and then a dark pink here on the sides. To put on the other head, all you gotta do is take her cap off, similar to Lady J. And we take her other head of hair and we're just gonna mold it around in place. So this hair is just a little bit tighter. Might have to heat it up just a touch, just to get it looking right. There we go. So there we have the alternate hair, similar to, again, like to what we had with the 86 toy. And that also just looks great. I mean, it really brings out that punk aspect that was part of this character in the 80s. It just looks awesome. So as we go down to the rest of the body, again, I can't say it enough, but just like these little details, like painting the zipper across this crop top is just great. And the little chainmail across the shoulder and around the back here, I mean, awesome. So we have the shoulder pauldrons here. They're glued on to the body. Again, this is all one piece here. And we go down to like these arms. Now this is all black plastic and the skin tone is painted on, so you can kind of see a little bit of, you know, imperfections in regards to like the paint transition and whatnot. But you know, to me it's negligible. I'm not too terrible concerned. I do have one little nick right here, but you know, going down to the skin tight sleeves and padded shoulders. If I can focus, sorry about that. Hands, gloved. These we'll go through the articulation later, but I mean, just again, the detail in the gloves, awesome. We have her hips. Again, the little details like painting this chain to go around. I mean, it looks really decent. Just a little bit of a mark here, sorry. The only thing I wish they would have done with all this deco is painted the buckle. So maybe I'll try to do that. Jeans, nicely textured. We have the little cuts here showing the pink leggings behind and the padded inner thighs. You know, she's a dreadnought, she's gonna be riding bikes and everything else, so I can see that level of protection. Plus it's similar to some of the Cobra Viper armor and whatnot. So that goes down to these knee-high boots. Again, the level of sculpt on these is just awesome. You know, going down, we have the flame effect, the flame design on the end of the boot, going around to these spurs on the end, which, you know, mirrors what she had on the cartoon and on her toy. Just really, really awesome level of detail. So again, that's her looks. There she is from the front, side, back, other side. Just nice. So next we'll go through articulation. Articulation wise, you know, she should have most of the same articulation points that we would expect from the G.I. Joe Classified series, but we're going to start at the top here with her head. on a ball peg. She can get down that far. She can look up. She can turn 180, swivel. She can give a confused look or sassy look. The neck itself, while it seems a little long, it can kind of go around and cheat a little bit. But anyway, going on to the shoulders, here's one thing that I found was a little limiting. So while you can rotate 180, right, and you got a little bit of a butterfly here, you kind of have a bit of a limitation with getting these arms up because of these shoulder pauldrons. Kind of hits right into the joint. So you kind of have to manipulate it around just a touch to see how you can get it up. So you get it up around there, which again, to me, I'm not too concerned with because I'm going to be mostly posing her with her arms more close at hand or in more of a stance, fighting stance. So we have pinless, double jointed elbows, really nice. I'll check my other female figures here to see how many actually have this feature, but really, really good. Same on the other side. Wrist rotation. This hand has an up and down, or obviously side to side, depending on how you have it here. This hand has the up and down motion. We have a swivel here underneath the crop top. You can go all the way around. We got a nice back ab flex, showing really cool details. She's definitely working out. We have a waist swivel here for another ab crunch. So you can get down a little bit, back, put them both together. She can really lean back. Hips. We have the drop down hips for most of these classified. She can get her leg up to there. Back. Now with these, you can see the way that the legs are designed. You're gonna see that cut for the ball universal there. So if that bothers you, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. So out to the side, we have thigh swivel, a little tight here, but then it loosens right up. And then we also have nice double jointed knees, very cool. And then ankle, we have toe tilt up, toe tilt down, nice. We got a ankle pivot for rotation. So really, really decent articulation. This is what we expect for G.I. Joe Classified series. So right now, let's get her accessories on. And there she is with all of her accessories. And again, I don't know how many times I have to say it, but I adore this figure. This toy just screams nostalgia for me. I had the original 86 toy, and man, this is just, she just looks great. You know, just the right amount of accessories, great posing options, just a stellar sculpt. Just awesome. So let's get her with a couple other figures, and then I'll give you my final impression. So final impression wise, I think she is the best female action figure we've ever gotten from Hasbro. The articulation is spot on. The looks, I've already talked about it enough during this impressions, but my goodness, it's so good. I can't say anything else bad. I really can't find anything. I mean, like I said, the paint is a little hit or miss here on the arms. Like I said, it's black plastic with painted flesh tones, and the shoulder pads, they kind of limit how you can manipulate her arms. But other than that, I mean, she's fantastic. You know, I'm so happy to have her. Like I said before, it makes me want the other Dreadnoughts as soon as possible. And HasLab could do a Thunder Machine, and that'd be fantastic too. Yeah, if you have a chance to get her, please do so. She is great. So I had nothing else to say. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the pictures at the end, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.